Hello again and welcome back. It's just a quick update, this one, just a few minutes. You remember last time I was doing complete circuits with the locomotives, but we had some block problems. Now if you look at last week's block diagram, I didn't actually finish it off. There was a few blocks missing, namely two blocks. There was a little bit here which was actually going to be block 6, and then this little head shunt here is block 7. And what happened was, I didn't put them in. If I put them in, I might have had a better understanding of where the problem was. Because if we skip forward, you'll see this list of blocks, which I did just to see the locomotives lighting up the blocks as I went round the layout. These two blocks always seem to be on, or they're flickered on and off, both at the same time. So that's actually block 6 and 7, which confused me somewhat. So what I did was, I had a look under the layout and checked the wiring of block 6 and 7, and it was correct and it was unique. So I was a bit puzzled as to what the problem was. So this is how the diagram looks now, as it's with all the blocks properly in the station area. This is block 1, block 2 is the class 58 standing there at the moment, block 3, block 4, that's 5, that's 6 and that's 7. 5, 6 and 7 sort of lead off onto the goods line, which I haven't built yet, off the main station board, but that's what will happen. So 7 is a little head shunt, and that's where the problems was. 6 and 7 were both lighting up together. So I checked the wiring on 6 and 7 underneath the baseboard, and it was correct, both wired up to the right sensor in the right order. So the problem actually turned out to be a mistake I'd made, totally my fault. This is block 6 on this side of the rail, then it goes through the point, and block 7 is this little head shunt here just for a locomotive to park basically. What I'd done is, on this joiner here, I hadn't used an insulated fish plate. Similarly, on this side I didn't use an insulated fish plate either, and this rail, which is the blue wiring rail in my layout, all the wires on this side are blue, this is the block detection rail. And what you have to do with block detection, you have to choose a rail and make sure that that's where the brakes are, because that's the current sensing block for the block detectors. So obviously there was a continuous electrical circuit between block 6 through the point into block 7, and that's what was causing all the confusion. So all I've done is, I don't know if you can see that, I just got a knife and I pushed the fish plate along the rail to break the contact, and the same with that one. I just pushed the fish plate along the rail. It doesn't really need an insulated fish plate, there is a gap there, it's a bit raised perhaps, I might look at that later. So that solved the problem. Right, just to show you that the block's working okay, we've got class 55 Pinza in block 5, so we'll drive it through the point system and the double slip and put it into 6 and then the head shunt in block 7, just to show that it's working, and just to show off the Pinza of course. Okay, and we'll change the double slip to go straight across onto what would be the freight line. There we go, so block 6 comes on, and to change this point to get into the head shunt, I don't know why the names sometimes go off. Oop, change direction. Got to be careful with this one because the head shunt has no buffers, and it's off the end of the board basically if we go too fast. Oh, that was tight. Yeah, that was tight. So what I'll do now is I'll put Pinza on the main line along with the class 58 that's been running with some Freightliner heavy hoppers, and you can see how the blocks work. Now just before we finish, I'll show you this. It's not all running smoothly, there's a few track problems. This bit here, if you watch, and there it goes. Yeah, the Pinza always derails at that point if it's going that way around on the inside track. I think I know what it is. It's the only one that derails there, which is strange. Also, this junction here, sorry, this track connection here, the class 58 always derails at this point as well, just to here. So there's a few problems to iron out with the track. I'm not quite sure, that one's a little bit sharp. That I might take the track up and try and ease out the bend. It is quite severe into it suddenly. So that's where we are at the moment. I've got the blocks sorted out, got some track problems to iron out, and I've got some running problems with my steam trains. I was asked to run some steam trains, but I've got some running problems at the moment. And I don't think it's a track, I think it's something else with the trains. I've only got a few, so I'll have to sort out as soon as I can. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.